It's everywhere, Elena. Every single outlet. They're painting you as the villain.
Let them. It won't hold. She's lying. And lies always need more lies to survive. She'll trip over this one.
What are you going to do?
Something I should have done weeks ago. I'll call you later.
Our lawyers are drafting a response. We release Cassandra's statement today, full version, every outlet.
Good. But I need to do something else as well.
What?
You told me that DNA tests can be faked. I never followed that up properly. I want to follow it up now.
You want to go after the Hartford DNA test?
Vivian told me Victoria arranged it. If that is true, if the test was set up not real, then Vivian is not who she says she is. And I need to know who I actually am.
I know a forensic geneticist, Dr. Priya Osei. She has worked adoption fraud cases internationally. If anyone can pull apart a manipulated DNA result, it is her.
Can you set up a meeting?
Today,
Thank you.
we go together.
I know. I have had 3 days with the Hartford documentation you sent over. The original clinic records, the test results, the chain of custody paperwork. And the test itself was real. The samples were genuinely processed. But the samples that were processed were not the samples that should have been submitted.
Meaning the results were switched before they went to the lab.
Correct. Someone substituted the biological material before submission. The lab did its job perfectly. It just tested the wrong DNA. So what do the real results say? I ran my own test using a sample from the original clinic visit, a blood draw that was archived separately for medical purposes. The clinic had no idea it existed. Elena Hartford is the biological daughter of Richard and Victoria Hartford. The probability is 99.998%. There is no ambiguity. And Vivian? I traced the sample that was submitted in her name back through the clinic's records. It belongs to a woman named Sandra Cole. 27 years ago, Sandra Cole gave birth at that same clinic. On the same night as Victoria Hartford, there was a clerical error during a shift change. 2 babies went home with the wrong families.
Vivian knows this.
Based on the documentation trail, she is known for approximately 3 years. She made contact with the clinic privately. She paid to have the archive records altered. And then she made contact with the Hartfords. She didn't find her family. She chose one. She picked the wealthiest family she could find, fixed the paperwork, and walked through the front door. That is what the evidence says.
Are you all right?
I don't know yet. Ask me later. How solid is this in court? It's very strong. The evidence is clear. Completely. I will testify personally if needed. The documentation chain is clean and I have kept copies in 3 separate secure locations. Then we will be in touch. Thank you, Doctor. I am their real daughter.
Yes.
Victoria knew. She had to know. You don't arrange a DNA switch without knowing the original result was wrong.
Or she knew Vivian wasn't her biological daughter and didn't care. She wanted Vivian and used the test to make it official.
Which is worse.
Yes.
27 years. They had me for 27 years. I was right there. And they still chose someone else.
Elena.
I'm not going to cry about it. I just want to say it out loud once. They had their real daughter the whole time and they still looked me in the face and chose Vivian. That is who they are. And now I know. I want to confront Vivian. Before this goes anywhere else, before the lawyers and the press and the board, I want to look her in the face and tell her I know.
Not alone.
I need to do this part alone, Alexander. It is between me and her.
The last time you went somewhere alone, Julian's men destroyed your phone.
This is different. This is just 2 women in a room.
Vivian is not just a woman in a room. She is someone who spent 3 years planning this. She is not safe.
I am not asking for permission. I am telling you what I am going to do. What I am asking is that you trust me.
Take your phone. Location on. If you don't check in within the hour, I am coming in.
1 hour. You found the doctor. Dr. Priose, International Adoption Fraud Specialist. Yes. How long have you known? A few hours. How long have you known? 3 years. I found the clinic records by accident. I was doing a medical history search for a doctor, And there it was, my real birth record. My real birth record, my real mother's name, Sandra Cole, a woman who works in a bakery in New Jersey and has no idea I exist. And instead of telling the truth, you came here. Yes, I came here. Because what was I supposed to do? Go back to nothing? I had nothing, Elena. No money, no family, no name. And here were the Hartfords. Rich, respectable, with a daughter slot that was about to be vacated. I wasn't vacating anything, I was right here. You were always going to be pushed out. Victoria was already tired of you. All I did was give her a reason and a replacement at the same time. You worked with Victoria. She called me first, actually, after I made contact with the clinic. She found out I had been asking questions. She could have exposed me. Instead, she asked me what I wanted. She chose you. Before she even met you, she already wanted someone else, and you were convenient. You were always the placeholder, Elena. The girl they kept until something better came along. I didn't take your family. You never really had them. You're right that I never really had them. But you know what I do have? A doctor's report, a legal paper trail, and a lawyer who is filing for DNA fraud by the end of today. You built your whole life on a lie that has a paper trail. That is not something I took from you. That is something you did to yourself. You are not going to do that. I am already doing it. I will destroy you. I will go back to the press. You've already played every card, Vivian. They didn't work. Goodbye. Let go of me! Vivian! Open this door! Stay in there until I figure out what to do.